niya si Governor Gwen Garcia. Ug ang tibuok na partido sa One Cebu nga way pagduha-duha nagpadayag sa ilang kusog na suporta sa ako ang kandidatura. Apil ni Ani ang nagkandaiyang partido ni Mayor Mike Raman, Councilor Raymond Garcia, Congresswoman Lollipop Buano, Mayor Samsam Dulias, Mayor Amon Chan, ug Mayor Jonas Cortez. Ang inyong suporta, ang inyong kumpiyansa, inubanan sa mga nagkandaiyang kalihukan sa di maihap nga mga Cebuano, sa mga komunidad o nagkalain-lain nga sektor, mas nagpadasig panako ug naghatag og dugang nga kusog sa pagguso sa ato ang kausa. Trabaho alang sa mga Pilipino, di kalidad na edukasyon para sa kabatagunan o malinaw ang pagpamuyo. Ang pagkikiusan ninyong tanan sa unity namo ni Bongbong Marcos o ni Sara Diterte, ang usa sa mga positibong timainhan na akong personal na hawiran sugod karon hangtod dito sa atong pangandoy na kadaugan. Nga magmalampusong kita sa atong pangandoy alang sa mga Pilipino ug sa atong pinangga nga nasod. Walay posible kung kita magtinabangay ug sa atong panaghiusa mas kusog kitang tanan. Sa makausa pa, daghang salamat Cebu sa inyong mga pagmamahal. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas, daghang salamat sa inyong karam.
One Cebu, the leading political party in the province, has proven to be the force that has successfully rallied behind Cebuanos in the fight against the challenges Cebu had to face. The party was born 15 years ago to stop the division of Cebu and remains adherent to its mission to unify all 44 municipalities and 6 component cities. One Cebu is now stronger than ever. The Cebuano constituency have paved the way. The party principles influence the policies of the Cebu Island, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic and the recent Super Typhoon Odette. These elections, One Cebu sees it fit to choose a candidate who can bring in more development for Cebu and shares its desire for fast and relevant actions toward challenges. Today, One Cebu gives its unequivocal support to the presidential bid of Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Confident of his vast experience of serving the public for several decades as a local chief executive and a lawmaker, Bongbong Marcos is more than capable of running the country. After serving as vice governor at the age of 23, a governor for 4 terms, a congressman, and a senator, His various stints in government have allowed him to carve his niche in the country's rich political history, with a brand of governance defined by forward-thinking policies. Cebu and Ilocos Norte, having signed a sisterhood pact in 2011, are a perfect fit to complement each other. Cebuanos, like the Ilocanos, have similar traits: prudence, resiliency, and sense of pride. Bongbong Marcos also wishes to bring back the legacy of his father, the late President Ferdinand Marcos, with healthcare being on top of the list, strengthening agriculture and improving infrastructure, a vision that Cebu shares with. Most of all, he outlined plans for the Filipino people to fully recover from the effects of COVID-19. Unity will lift the country from the economic doldrums caused by the pandemic. It is no coincidence that the UNI team shares the same principle with One Cebu. After all, it was here in Cebu when this unity was first born. That fated Sunday night of October 24, 2021. Filipinos long for a leader who can deliver. Cebuanos is one in belief that Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. can. The fearless tiger of the North will growl through the darkness and lead its streak into the dawn of a new golden era of our country's history.
The next president of the Republic of the Philippines is the majority floor leader of the 18th Congress, representing Martin Romualdez.
My home was Cebu. It's a great honor and pleasure to introduce a man I have known my entire life. I can personally attest to his compassion, patience, and kindness. Today, his message of unity and hope resonates throughout our land. A message that will promise to usher a new era of peace, prosperity, and progress. The next president of the Republic of the Philippines, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos. We cannot, Governor Gwen, Garcia was in, if you remember, one event a few months ago, I teased you, on Sara, and I remember I said, hindi ko ni-aakis dito, hanggang narinig na namin ang iyong matamis na oo. And I can attest to the fact, napakatamis ng open niya. The events of today cannot be overstated. The importance of the events that we've undertaken here today cannot be overstated. In fact, after we came down on the stage, after signing the different procedures support, I whispered to the majority for province and cities continue to occupy a very special place in our political lives and our economic lives in the entire Philippines. And that's why this has been a significant, as I say, a significant day, and it's a significant development in the campaign that we are undergoing, and the election in a few weeks. Not only because, but of course, obviously because the Cebu province and city constitute a possible potential voting population of 3.2 million, which is still by far the largest. But also, as importantly, is because, as I said, because of the special place that Cebu has occupied in our history, in our discussion, in our general national narrative. It is the support that you have given in Sara and myself, and the unity, which is significant also because it is in a sense, Cebu has given us the seal of good housekeeping. In that, what we are working for, what we talk about unity, when we talk about pagkakaisa, you have validated and reaffirmed our idea that this is what the times need. Because if Cebu believes that, then it must be of significance to us. I think words are going to be sufficient to thank you all in the political leadership of the province. And I have to point out that maybe you did not notice that we signed two documents today. One was with one Cebu, and the other was with one Cebu island, as to include the three cities of Manalo, Atone, and of course Cebu City. And that for me is extremely significant because I do not think that the province of Cebu has moved quite so coherently in a political cycle such as we are having now. And so again, that just brings me to another realization that this coming together of the unity of one Cebu province is a continuing process now of what we began when we speak of unity. Because this is Cebu with its great role in our country, for them, for you, to join us in this cause that we are undertaking, that of unifying the Philippine people. If you have joined us, then that is a significant step. One, affirm that this is the right thing to do. This is what the time is called for. This is what we should do. And in your joining, because simply of the importance of Cebu province, Cebu city, because of that, and that all of those political forces joining with us, is we have moved that process forward many steps. And that is for me a true victory. The true victory, we talk of victory in the upcoming elections, which of course is terribly important, but the true victory that we have taken many steps towards today is the true victory of unifying our people and bringing us together once again. And so when you support the unity, when you support the team of Marcos and you are not only supporting the candidates, you are not only supporting our group, our senators, you are supporting the idea that the Philippines way forward is through unity. And because of that, you have strengthened the argument, you have strengthened the voice of our people, and that we should move in that direction. And I thank you, of course, from my personal point of view, for the show of support, the show of trust that you have given us. But more so, I thank you for your continuing support for our country and our future. Because this is in fact what we are talking about when we speak of elections. We will decide that this election, which might be the most significant election that all of us will have in their lifetimes. Because in this election we face a new world. We cannot go back to business as usual. We face a new world. And the only way to face it and to prosper is to be unified, is to be together. And that's why the directions that we take after the election are going to define the Philippines for several generations. And that's why that is why this is so important. It is so important that we face all the challenges that will be coming. They will come. The challenges that will be coming to our country in the next 2 years. But we must face it as one people, as one country. And once again, I thank you for myself. I thank you for the team of Marcos and Diterte. I thank you for the unity and everything that we stand for. But most of all, I thank you for your forward thinking and understanding that this direction that we have started to take, this road that we have started to travel, is the right road. It gives us a unity, a great deal of validation, and builds up our confidence and the reinforcement of the idea that we have chosen the right course. And that is the most important gift that you have given to us today. And for that, I thank you all very much. I thank you beyond all that. I thank you for myself. I thank you for Sara. I thank you for the unity. But most of all, I thank you for the Filipino people. Maraming